Oh, bro, I'm low-key faded, bro.
Highway.
What's this guy supposed to be, the ultimate badass?
They ain't ready. They ain't ready, Jim. They ain't ready. Here we go. I'm gonna go out here, guys. What is it? You ain't Mexican. What is that? Kind of mercy a little bit though, so dig a little deep in there, right? But yeah, he's got that. He did that.
Yo, what is up, everybody? It is the Frisco Report, baby. We're back at it. It is draft season. We're going to hit the ground running, baby. What's up, Mike?
What's going on, you guys? Joe!
We're going to hit the ground running, baby.
Oh, I got you on echo here. Oh, I got to turn that down.
about
What's
those
going on,
questions?
you guys?
What is up
Had
with
you on
everybody, man? This is the night of nights, man. We're back at it. We're here on a Wednesday night, the day after St. Patrick's Day, baby. So it is draft season, as you know. We're in it to win it. Cowboys beginning to line up their 30 visits. Got a couple of names in there that are kind of knocking the tires, knocking on these prospects. But Mike, today we're going to take a deep dive as far as hypothetically speaking, right? Hypothetically speaking, what if the Cowboys took an offensive player at 12? Who would those names be? All right, nobody's really talking about this. We're talking about it here tonight, though, because we got to cover all the blind spots. We don't want to get caught off guard and be like, oh, I thought we were gonna go defense, and what is this? You know what I'm saying? So, personally, I think we are gonna stick with defense, but this exercise will cover the possibility of an offensive player. Who are the names to keep an eye on, Mike?
Yeah, there's going to be some good ones. And the people watching live, watching on the replay, this is just covering bases. This is not reality. Keep your feelings on the inside. Go outside and scream before you type something crazy.
Yeah, some people take it a little bit too serious, man. It's funny when we release our mock draft. Some of the comments are just like, "You're gonna be okay, bro. You're not. We're not here killing you, dude. You're gonna live. You're gonna be okay." But this exercise, Mike, groundbreaking. I haven't seen anybody do this yet. We're gonna really zone in on this as far as like who could be there. I mentioned this on my mock draft. What if you get stuck here? You can't trade back. You're stuck at 12. Maybe you got wiped out there, from 1 to 11, and you have to make the pick. Could one of these offensive players be there, and how high could they possibly be on the board? You know what I mean? So without further ado, let's get into it, Mike. Do you want to go? You want to go through the list together to just, talk about it? I have a couple of names here that we could go through. I think we have some crossover, so I think we'll start it out with this. I got a slideshow here. The slideshow of slideshows. You know how we do it here. Let's get this going, baby.
Let's do it.
Well, let's get it going, man. Let's get it going.
You guys click like as Joe gets this going. It's good to be back here on the Frisco Report. Let's get her done.
And here it is. This is the Frisco Report 2026 Dallas Cowboys top offensive options at 12. I have some names here, just a few, because there's not going to be a lot. And Mike has a few, and I think we have some crossover on some of these names. We do have a super chat here. We'll get this started here with your boy Mike. Hypothetically, could you potentially see the Cowboys draft Ty Simpson and have him sit behind Dak for a couple of seasons? I know it won't happen, but Dak can't get it done, and we really need youth at quarterback. Yeah, we're definitely going to discuss a lot of this. Your boy Mike, appreciate that. It's going to be a fun discussion, bro, and it does need to happen. And we're going to cover a lot of the blind spots that fans are not really thinking about. You know what I mean? I think a lot of us are all on the same page as far as like we got to improve the defense. But what if, right, Mike?
That's right. We got to cover all these what ifs. Mike, I appreciate the super chat, but sit back, relax, and watch us how we tie into your super chat.
Oh yeah. Let's get into it, Mike. Let's get into it, man. One player that could be there, Mike, is going to be Jeremiah Love. Now, he's being projected as going anywhere as high as like 3. I mean, top 5, definitely top 10. But if he were to somehow miraculously slide there to 12, you would have to think he would be that would be like the CD Lamb moment. Like this guy, we didn't expect him to be there or taking him.
Yes, it would be the luck of the Irish falling into the Cowboys' lap again. Obviously, we just signed Javonte Williams to a 2-year deal. The Love, it would be a true home run hitter. All right. You would have your Lightning. You would have your Javonte Williams Thunder. It would be the 1-2 back. Jaden Blue Who. This is where you would have to make that shirt, right? The explosive runs right here will be phenomenal. All right. With the offensive line, does he make the offensive line look good? Does the offensive line make him look good? No, it's him making the offensive line look good. Guy is an explosive runner.
Yeah, man. He covers it all. Catches out of the backfield, blocks, catches, dynamic runner, very elusive, fast, a complete back. One that we haven't seen in a very long time, and against proven teams in the playoffs. I mean, we've seen it all. So if he's there, how high would he be on the Cowboys board? I would think that he is probably, right there, maybe number 2 or 3, or he's gotta be way up there. I mean, that's, not going to call him a generational player yet. I don't like to crown these rookies, but he definitely has the potential to be something very special at the next level, Mike.
Right. Yeah. Put away the anointing oil. You got to let these guys play right.
Yeah. Another player here that the Cowboys could have on their board here at number 12, Mike, Francis Mauigoa, the offensive mammoth behemoth out of Miami. I've seen a couple of mocks where he does fall out of the top 10. Some project him as a guard. I like him. I think he can play tackle as well. I have no issue with him mauling people on a regular basis. Let's bring back mauling to the Cowboys offensive line because Terrence Doo-Doo Pants, or what do you call him, Mike?
Doo-Doo Pants Steel.
He doesn't do that. He doesn't do the mauling. He's just there, right, getting beat on a regular basis. But this one here, Mike, if he's there, could he be above some of these defensive players that they're talking about, edge rusher, linebacker? If they have to make the pick and he's there, Mike, he could be a pick there for you.
And I wouldn't be mad at it, dude. Mauigoa, the powerhouse. All right. If you want to talk about bully ball, this guy right here will set that identity of bully ball. All right. You look at Tyler Booker, bully ball. You look at Tyler Smith. He likes to play bully ball. This will be the third piece of getting that identity. All right. You want to face this offensive line, you got to deal with 3 tough son of a guns, okay? You're talking about Javonte Williams would be smiling ear to ear because the holes this guy will open. It'll be like Moses parting the Red Sea with some bully ball action, especially with Tyler Booker right beside him.
No, I love what you're saying there, Mike, because it's true. You know, the possibilities for the running game would open up exponentially, and the passing game as well. I think you're gonna get that another 2 seconds, like they said when we drafted Zach Martin. The whole thing was, oh, you're gonna get another 2 seconds. That I feel like that's the same here with Francis Mauigoa. You're gonna get yourself another 2 seconds. Unlike Terrence Steele, Dak getting flushed out too much, man. Like I hate that crap, bro. Like Terrence Steele pass protection is terrible, bro. Like we need to move on from that dude already.
Yeah, he took a pay cut. It's not enough for me. Get him out of here.
That's what I'm saying, too. Another player that could potentially be the Cowboys pick here at 12 if they went offensive. Carnell Tate, the NFL ready-made wide receiver from the Ohio State. Carnell Tate, just another one of these guys that's ready to rock and roll out of Ohio State, Mike.
Look, this will be a route technician, all right, wide receiver. George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb. Tate is a polished Z, all right? Great separation. And he's did it. I mean, name a Buckeye that did it as well as Tate at Ohio State. I'll wait.
But Mike, we have George Pickens on a franchise tag, and we have Lamb. This is a wasted pick on offense. What do you say to those that would say something like that?
Joe, I'm going to take a line out of your book. Dig down deep and grab them, Joe. All right, let's not play wuss ball here. We're thinking of the future, right? George, you could pay this guy $5 million a year for the next 5 years, or you could pay George Pickens for an average of 30 APY, and you can keep building on this defense that we know we need to keep building on. So allocate your dollars, as Stephen Jones would say.
And I just got to mention this too. What they've done in the offseason, it's been better than it was in recent years. And it really has honestly set them up to be flexible with one of those two in the first round. They could go offense. That's why we're going through this exercise, through this scenario. Maybe not 12, but maybe 20. And I think Mike has some names there that could be there at 20. But here at 12, if he's there, you're drafting now and for the future, and you're going to be set, bro. Like this guy passing the torch, like you're not going to be caught with your pants down with aging receiver. You have a guy that can be the next one in line. You know what I mean? So they did that really well in Green Bay for many, many years. They always had the next guy ready in the chamber. They never let Mike McCarthy do that here. They gave him crap, garbage, Jalen Tolbert, and these other junky receivers. Here, maybe Schottenheimer pounds the table and says, we're going to get busy here. Like, dude, can you imagine, bro? Like, just imagine these three receivers on offense, bro. It would be crazy.
It would be insane.
It would be
insane in the membrane. All right.
I love it. Let's go to the next potential pick here, Mike. They could be at number 12 on offense. Monroe Freeling, the offensive tackle out of Georgia. Very durable. 31 starts there at Georgia. One of the highlights there at Georgia on that offensive line, a brawler. He had an outstanding scouting combine as well to put the cherry on the top. He has skyrocketed up the boards. And if you're talking about the Cowboys' bread and butter, it's always been offensive line. You know what I mean? So whether it's Mauigoa or Freeling, this is a guy that could be an option. We're talking about offensive tackle as a premium position, Mike. What would you think about getting another offensive tackle into the mix here?
Oh, we need it. We need it. Obviously, we got two weak links there with Guyton and Steele. This guy 6'7", Joe, super lean at 315. I don't know if you know this or not, but he recorded a 9.99 relative athletic score, the second highest for an offensive tackle since 1987. All right. And he ran a blazing 4.93 40-yard dash.
Mm-hmm.
He has prototypical left tackle arm length, elite length at 34.75-inch arms.
Man, gotta love that. Upgrading that offensive line, baby. I wouldn't be mad at it, man. Like if we get stuck there, we can't find a trade back partner. I'm not gonna force a pick here. I'm going by the board here. And if I have a feeling Monroe Freeling is gonna be in that top part of their draft board, an offensive tackle, right? Yeah. And they redid Terrence Steele's contract. He got a pay cut, like you said, Mike. His time is coming to an end. You know what I mean? So it could happen. You never know here, Mike. Monroe Freeling, all right?
That's good.
It is, man. It is. It's a potential pick that we need to be watching here. Next one, Mike. Ty Simpson, a quarterback. They won't do that at 12. Maybe at 20. Maybe at 20. Maybe at 12. But what if? This is what we're talking about. The what if scenario. Obviously this would be a message, and it would be building to the future. It would be the first time they took a first round quarterback since 1989, pre-internet, pre-cell phones. So, Mike, Ty Simpson's getting buzz here as far as like potentially moving up, and that's what we want. We want him to get into the top of this to push down defensive talent to us, right? So we want Ty Simpson to move up, but could he be on the Cowboys board here, Mike?
He very well could. I mean, Jerry Jones likes things similar, right? And there's a lot of comparisons to who, Joe? Tony Romo, all right? The way he's elusive in the pocket, the way he's able to scramble Ty Simpson. There's a lot of that comparison to Tony Romo. Jerry Jones hears that. He goes like this, Joe. And after he does like this, he goes like this because all he's thinking is money, all right? And all you have to do is just – I mean, when Jason Garrett was talking to Jerry Jones about Dak Prescott, Jerry wanted a comparison. Garrett couldn't give him the comparison. That's why Jerry Jones struggled with the pick, all right? You give him that comparison, Jerry will be sold immediately.
And it's a good point. They're talking about the conversation right now in the Cowboys, fandom is the Cowboys trying to reopen that window because it's kind of looks like it had been closed, right? So they're talking about reopening that Super Bowl window, kind of going all in, but as all in as Jerry and the Jones family will go. They're going to try to reopen that window with Dak Prescott, surround him with weapons. You know what I mean? Get that defense better. He said that if we had a better defense, they would have been in the playoffs. I expect us to be in the playoffs this year. And yes, that window probably will be open, but you're on a short window here. 2 or 3 years, right? You let Ty Simpson sit behind Dak Prescott, let him be a sponge, let him learn the playbook on a Brian Schottenheimer who has worked with some of the best of the best. We're talking about Drew Brees, right? Russ Wilson in his prime. So, I mean, he's been. Joe Montana, right? So he was there with his dad there in Kansas City. So he has seen what a good top-notch quarterback can be. So. I want Brian Schottenheimer to cook in this draft, bro. Let him get his offensive players. Let him put his thumbprint on the roster here. So it could be a possibility. I mean, it would be the shocker of shockers, Mike, but we got to talk about it.
I'd buy cake.
What kind?
It'd be a German chocolate cake. Maybe 3 layers.
Dang, bro. Yeah, man. So those are some of the names. Mike, what names do you have that could potentially be a pick there? You can give me somebody at 12 or 20 if you want, Mike.
Yeah, for sure. So just to recap, we did Love, we did Maui Goa, we did Tate, we did Freeling, and we did the quarterback Simpson there at Alabama. All right. So, Joe, you're gonna like this one. I know you are. Let's say 12. All right. Or let's just say 20. Let's say they didn't like the way he interviewed. Right. Let's say 20. Let's say Makai Lemon. All right. The wide receiver out of USC. All right. The slot wizard, so to speak. All right.
Right.
A chain mover. Did that interview ruin his intelligence level to play wide receiver in the National Football League for Makai Lemon? Right. So we have to see how that falls. But could he be there at 20? It's a big possibility. What do the Cowboys do at 12? All right. Then what do they do at 20? Schottenheimer stood at the podium and with Christian Parker, and they said, Christian Parker, did Jerry Jones promise you that you're going to be drafting with defense with both picks? Christian Parker said no, and Schottenheimer said thank God. All right. Yeah. So there's a guarantee. There's a big, not a guarantee, but there's a possibility that this scenario could happen. All right. Yeah. You go Sonny Styles with 12. Bam. You go Makai Lemon here at 20, Joe.
Yeah, it's true. They could just very well split this. Like, well, we're gonna give you a guy. We're gonna give you a guy. We got two first. We're gonna split this and be fair about it. Also, with following the board, but that also depends on our boy Will McClay building that board. Right. So we had to see what this guy's gonna do as far as like the defensive players. There's some defensive players there that I'm kind of scared that these guys might mess with, and I don't want them to. But yeah, Makai Lemon might. It's a good name, you know. He's getting a lot of flack for his weird interview there at the combine and supposedly bombing some of those interviews with the teams. The pro day as well. I think it was okay by some people. Some people are still on board, you know. He has said that he shadows his game after Amon St. Brown. That's high level, you know. Amon St. Brown. I had him in a mock. Everybody hated it, but he turned it out to be a badass wide receiver.
It's in our intro.
So, yeah, it's in our intro. So man, we cover it all here, bro. So yeah, Makai Lemon, definitely a slot weapon for. He's at 20. It could happen, bro. I could see it.
Yes, sir. I'm going to stick with the wide receiver, Joe. This one's going to be from North Carolina State. KC Concepcion. All right. Yards after catch king, so to speak. Okay. Excels short to intermittent routes and turning a 5-yard slant into a 50-yard gain, something the Cowboys lacked on offense last year. I think Concepcion with his knee, he could be falling all the way down to 20. He got a little knee scope there, a little cleanup, a little ha-ha, a little he-he. So we'll see where he's at. But that could be a 20th pick, Joe.
Yeah, KC is an interesting name to keep an eye on. You know, that was a high octane offense there at A&M. You know, he could really turn it up for you know, and that's a name that's not getting really talked about a lot. But yeah, you know, he's here in state. There, you know, but the thing that we mentioned, the knee, right? He got his knee scoped by our favorite doctor. Dr. Cooper. So I wish it would have been a different doctor, but it was Dr. Cooper, bro. So it was just a scope. It wasn't like a meniscus or an ACL or nothing like that. But nevertheless, the quack got in there. All right. So hopefully he'll be ready. Cowboys supposedly said they were going to look at injury type of dudes. So we'll see if that's true, Mike. But at 20, you never know, bro. Asian persuasion, exactly. That's yeah. He definitely yard after the catch receiver. He runs really well after the catch, man. And you know, you need that in this offense. You got to keep the chains moving, right? So could happen, Mike. You never know.
Very well could. And this player for me, the next player, Joe, for me is Tyler Smith. I want him to stay at left guard. And Cowboys, he could be there at 20 for the Cowboys. Joe, I'm talking about Caden Proctor, all right? Alabama left tackle. Massive human. 360 pounds, moves like a tight end. If you get him there at 12, it is very well a possibility. Does he slide down to 20? I doubt it. But if you really want Caden Proctor, you can get him there at 12. But just a massive human being.
Somebody's definitely going to fall in love with the measurables, right? Alabama players always, somebody takes them. You know, every year they put out a first rounder pretty much in the first round. I think they're on a streak here of I don't know how many straight drafts. Definitely one of the better ones in the league. Played there with Booker, right? So would he be an upgrade over let's say Steele? I think you have to say yes. You know, for however you feel about old linemen out of Alabama, I've been very you know where I stand on Alabama old linemen. I don't like them at all. Booker looks like he's going to be the part. Proctor, is he more Booker or is he more Evan Neal? That's the question. That's the battle that I have with the player. But it is the Cowboys, and you never know. You know, if he's there at 20, they want to upgrade. He could be high on their board. So, you know, it could happen. That is a name that you need to keep an eye on there. I like that one too. There, Mike. It's a good name.
Yes, sir. I'm staying at tackle for this next one, Joe, and I'm going Spencer Fano, the offensive tackle out of Utah, the technician. Okay, that's the nickname I gave him, the technician.
Mm-hmm.
Known for his balance and his footwork. All right, safe pick at 20. Could be a lockdown right tackle for many years. All right. That would be a safe pick at 20 for me, Joe.
Yeah, you know, if he's early in the draft process, he was going very early, but you're starting to see a little bit of a slide from him in mock drafts. You know, so you have to wonder, are some of these guys hearing something? Like, you know, like some of the guys that we follow, Brugler or, you know, Daniel Jeremiah, these guys, Kuiper, you know, you're starting to see Fano dip a little bit. You know, could he that's another one that's even good at 12 possibly. You know, I like him more as a guard, but he would still be an upgrade even over Terrence. There's so many people that are an upgrade over Terrence Steele. It's ridiculous. That's why it is. It's something that fans should be ready for. Lineman could damn be one of the picks, man. You know, so. Because did we figure out what's happening at left tackle, bro? Because you had Tyler Smith, then they had the conversation. Oh no, you're gonna be the guard. But what about tap out Guyton, bro? Like, do you trust him? No. You know, dude, I don't trust the dude, bro. Like,
you can't.
So that's another opening there. You know, are they gonna give Well, who was getting some time over there, Mike? What was the guy?
Nate Thomas.
Are we going to see Nate Thomas over there? You know what I mean? Of these old linemen that we're talking about, how many of them are upgrades over Nate Thomas, Guyton, and Steele?
Every single one of them.
There's a lot of them. You know, it's a deep class. It's a deep O-line class, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And
a deep tackle class too, for that matter.
Yeah. I mean, you never know what the plan might be. They might be like, hey, you know, sorry, Tyler, but we're drafting a guard. You are in fact going to be the left tackle. So, I mean, you never know, right? So, I like it, bro. Another name to keep an eye on.
I just got two more, Joe.
Let's do it.
We talked about him last week on the show, or maybe 2 weeks ago, but I'm going Denzel Boston, the wide receiver out of Washington. The red zone threat. You know me, Joe. I love those red zone threat wide receivers. Standing at 6'4", Joe. You know I like my tall wide receivers. I think this guy is underrated. All right. I think you, if you get him at 20, you better have a smile on your face because you just got yourself a steal of steals. Okay. I like Denzel Boston.
Denzel Boston is a name to keep an eye on. Cowboys were at the pro day there. I can confirm that they were at the Washington pro day, and so Denzel Boston, the height, he gives you that down the field presence, kind of like Michael Gallup used to give you. Gallup not as tall, but still, one of the tallest here we've had here in a while. But he gives you that catch radius, that jump ball. Comes from a good program, so NFL ready, and could be the pick there. Like I said, at 20, I wouldn't mind that either. Another receiver protects you from possibly Pickens being on a 1-year rental. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that way you're not scrounging for a wide receiver again. Like, we can't keep going year and year, back to back years. Like, the receiver, like. Just get one, all right, and be done with it. So I have no I'm not really against any receiver getting drafted at 20. I mean, I'm trying to think of one. I mean, I would be open for receiver in 20, even in a trade down situation, right? You're at 20,
right?
Maybe trade down and you're still able to get one of these guys. That would be awesome.
But see, trading down though, Joe, it allows you to do that. Why? Because you probably just picked up another third, or you picked up a late second. So if you trade down, if the Cowboys trade down, don't be surprised. I think anything's on the table. I mean, all these guys that we mentioned at a trade down is possible because you just picked up another pick later on to help with that defense. So trade down, all possibilities are endless.
This is the one that I wouldn't really like. It's Jordan, right? Because he's injury prone guy. Now I do like him, but he's the win on the field guy. So don't want the win healthy dude. He is good. I do like him, but he's gonna miss time, right? He's very, very delicate. That might be the one that I would be like, yeah, maybe the second or third round. Roll the dice kind of thing, but supposedly we're not doing that this year, according to Jerry.
Yeah.
Is it truth or is it a lie, though? You know what I mean? You can't tell with Jerry.
You can't believe these guys.
We might come out of this with Jermod McCoy still.
Dude, I've been seeing like 15 mocks over the last week of us drafting McCoy. It's like, did anybody listen to Jerry on the bus? Why we drafting McCoy here?
And that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm just like, shut up. All right, enough with that. You're going to will it into existence and they're going to screw up. That's how they'll screw this draft up, bro. If they take that dude, Will McClay's still running that board, bro. He's overruling the hell out of everybody. And there's no way Christian Parker's going to want to take this dude all beat up and haven't played in 2 years. Right. You know?
It won't be good. It won't be good, dude. My last player. You ready, Joe?
Yes, sir.
You did Ty Simpson. I like it. Picasso. I'm going to go out on a whim here. And this is where the comment section gets mad at me. All right. And this is pick number 20 for me. I'm going LSU, Joe. I'm going Garrett Nussmeier. All right. And I'm calling this the insurance policy. All right. Sure, Ty Simpson is the future. Nussmeier, a 20th pick, insurance policy. All right. He's a mid-round selection, mid-round projection. All right. But I like the pedigree. I like his arm talent. And, Jerry is, again, knows his dad. He was a quarterback coach for us. So there's familiarity, Joe. Jerry likes that. All right.
He loves it.
So, with them not having a second-round pick, Jerry could be in panic mode, drafting Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah, Nussmeier is interesting. And these names we're talking about, Ty Simpson, Nussmeier, they will push the envelope as getting into the first round because this is a quarterback needy league. I mean, look what the Vikings did, bro. They signed Kyle Murray, bro. How desperate are you? You know what I mean? Like he's not good, always hurt. He's proven that the small quarterback can't get it done. He might have a Pro Bowl here. I don't even know, dude. But that's reeks of desperation because they swung and missed on McCarthy, right? Which this is fine. At least they tried. But when you look at some of these teams looking for quarterbacks, it's still a real high, need. Michael Penix from Atlanta, he looked like crap. You know what I mean? They signed. Who did they bring in?
Kirk Cousins. Oh, just now?
Yeah,
they just brought in Tua. Tua.
Tua, really? This dude? He's like another. He's another Kyle Murray, always hurt, except with him as concussions. So desperation, bro. So these guys, they could get pushed up first round. Take command of the huddle. Who will be this year's Bo Nix is what people are looking for.
And see, here's what's crazy about that, Joe. We talked about all these teams in different quarterback scenarios. And name me a year when the Dallas Cowboys took drafting a quarterback seriously. Dak probably won't win us a Super Bowl, but he kind of fell in their lap, right? Because it could have been, 3-12 seasons, 3-14 seasons for a long time, right? But this is what happens when you don't take drafting quarterbacks seriously. If you're and you know what's crazy about that, Joe? Was Jason Garrett was here for 10 years, and you only drafted one quarterback in that 10 years that actually, and he didn't even get to sit and develop. He had to get thrown to the fire, and luckily it paid off, right? Mm-hmm. Who have they drafted at the quarterback position since Dak Prescott? Anybody serious? You got Danucci Dookie there for a little while, and then outside of that, you've been playing, playing games with guys like Cooper Rush. I mean, he did win you games, but there was nobody behind Cooper Rush to sit and develop. They have to take this quarterback situation more serious than they have been, Joe.
But we signed Sam Howell, Mike. We're not going to get a quarterback, right?
You got Sam Howell and Joe Milton as your backup. You better pray to God Dak Prescott doesn't get hurt or your season's done. It don't matter who's on coaching defense. It don't matter who's playing for us on defense. And it doesn't matter what you get on offense to help that out. If Dak Prescott goes down, it's a wrap. I don't care if you love him or hate him. It's done.
Well, it's interesting that they let go of Will Grier, so they're not even going to carry him on the practice squad. So that kind of opens up, maybe if you draft a quarterback, you bump down Milton to practice squad because that's as good as he is. He's no good.
You bump Milton down to another team.
Yeah, probably that too. It's like you're just wasting your time there with this dude. You know what I mean? So it's another Trey Lance failure up the wazoo. But yeah, man, and like you said, if you don't practice, you're gonna be rusty. You know what I mean, Mike? Like you mentioned that in the last podcast. So if you're not doing it enough, you're not gonna be very good at it. The Cowboys need to get into a rhythm of starting to draft quarterbacks. Just start drafting one once a year and see what comes of it. And I'm not even saying the first round, but somewhere. You know what I mean?
You have to throw a realistic shot at it. And if you get it wrong, you didn't invest much. You just traded a fifth for Trey Lance. It didn't work out. You traded a fifth for Joe Milton. It ain't working out. Throw a fourth at something, throw a third at something and see what you do. If you're willing to take these chances on somebody else couldn't develop, and who the hell are the Cowboys to develop, Joe? Tell me a quarterback they developed. It doesn't work. So try it. Throw a draft pick at it. Get a wet behind the ears quarterback in here in the third or fourth round, and let's see what you got.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to start thinking about it before we get to that moment, like we did with Romo. You know what I mean? When that back went out, bro, in that Seattle That Seattle preseason game, I was like, that's it, bro. Now what? Like we can't be in that now what moment. You know what I mean? So it's like just be prepared. I wish there would be more prepared at that position. It's a very you need that. You need your quarterback.
Yeah, you do. And they like I said, tell me a time when they took it serious.
Now, what we're going to take serious here is a mock draft, baby. Let's do it. Let's get a mock draft in the bag here live, Mike. We'll do a 7-rounder. Let me get this ready here, Mike. While everybody sits back, enjoy. I'm gonna get this ready for you guys. Simulator time.
We're going big, going home. I don't think I got that many players studied, Joe, to do a 7th-rounder.
We're gonna do it together. We're gonna be.
You have to carry the weight here, all right?
We're gonna be all good, bro.
You got all the baggage today.
We're gonna be all good, bro. We're gonna be all good. All right, so let's share the screen out here. Mock draft live. We're gonna do 7 rounds. 7 rounds.
Asian persuasion. I honestly never get tired of the mock drafts. Yes, sir.
It's mock draft season. Full effect. Pound that like button, everybody. We're doing a live full 7-round mock. Maybe we'll stick and pick. Let's see how this first one goes. We'll consider some deals, and then let's see what happens. So let's hop into it, Mike. Here we go.
Bain goes before Reese. Ain't that crazy?
Monster
Love
the
with
lane.
the Saints.
Cinnamon went to
Buddy Styles.
11. Interesting.
They want us to give
12.
up a 218. You get pick number 91, and you already have 92, so you get back-to-back 3rd-rounders there.
Should we? Okay. Let's see. Who would we be passing? Let's take a look at the board here, Mike.
There's that Jordan Tyson guy, Joe, that gets hurt.
So we got Low Moon, we got Freeland, we got Lemon, we got Kenyon Sadiq is another name here. The height, I think it would keep him from the Cowboys drafting him. 6'3" or whatever it is. Cowboys like 6'6" from their tight ends, but he could be something good. Got a lot of old linemen here defensively. Peter Woods, Peter Griffin. We got Evian Terrell. Akeem Mezaold. I see a lot of people talking about him. The Cowboys are not going to take him, bro. Too damn old, bro. He's like 20. What is he going to be, 26? 25? Something like this? Wait a minute. What happened here?
I don't know. There you go. You're back.
Yeah, I guess we're going to restart it. Won't do that again. Okay, here we go.
That's what happens when you do a
terrible.
live show, guys.
Yeah, why would it not let you go back? That's terrible programming. Okay, here we are. There went Jermon McCoy. Thank God.
Oh, look at that. Jeremiah Love is available, Joe.
We didn't get our trade offer, but I mean, I think in this draft scenario, Mike, you got to go Love here, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, it's just screaming on bright lights right there. We're gonna go Love there at 12.
And it ties in what we just been talking about for the last 40 minutes.
It absolutely does. The scenario happened. Now here at 20, these guys want us to trade all the way out. I don't want to do that. They want us to trade all the way out. I don't want to do that, Mike. No.
Nope.
We're going to make the pick here, Mike. So, sticking and picking. We went offense. Jeremiah Love fell in our laps. Holy cow. Love, Javonte, Thunder, Lightning. I see the Super Bowl in the future, bro. But
Good.
we got to get someone on defense, Mike, I feel like. So, What are we feeling here, Mike? Cinnamon's there.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I think that's the pick there, unless you want to go Terrell, that corner.
I don't. I think we've added some good amount here. Cinnamon's the better prospect. Yeah, I think he would be the pick there. Meza old, like I said, I'm not taking him. Too damn old. You're just gonna get him for one contract. That's it. I don't understand why people have him in their mock drafts. Yes, he's good, but I mean,
Not good enough.
I mean, unless you're going to use him for that small window and make that Super Bowl run, I think that's where he would fit in with a Super Bowl team, like one of these teams that is consistently in the playoffs. I think a team like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
T.J. Parker, Malachi Lawrence, no. Gabe Jacas. C.J. Allen's there. Jacob Roy. We got a couple of linebackers here, Mike.
You don't have a second-round pick.
Don't have a second-round pick.
C.J. Allen didn't have a good pro day. I don't know if you've seen that report yet or not.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. It wasn't the best. You know who I think is in play now for the Cowboys?
Anthony Hill.
Yeah. I think Anthony Hill Jr. Anywhere from 12 to 20, but probably 20 would be ideal. But I think.
Yeah. And it all depends on where they like Jacob Rodriguez too, which he said he didn't want to be a Cowboy. So what does that do to his draft stock for the Cowboys? He said that publicly.
Yeah, they got some guys here that you could definitely take there at 20. Hill, Trotter, Jacob Rodriguez. Do you want to still go with the safety, Mike? What are you feeling here?
Yeah, you got to go safety. That's BPA.
It is. It really is best player available. We're gonna go fit him in there at 20, bro. Peter Griffin Woods to the Philly.
Peter Griffin.
Ty Simpson to the Jets. I could see that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
David Terrell Colton, Brazzle Dazzle.
Phew. This right here where it hurts, Joe.
Then this scenario is a good one because if the Cowboys stick and pick, you're gonna wait all the way to that number 92. So let's see what that looks like. I mean, this is a good exercise. Like, okay, a lot of these good players are gonna come off the board, and what remains when the dust settles? Let's see. But we're off to a good start here, I gotta say.
Yeah, 100%. You just pissed Javonte Williams off, but that's all right.
It's all right. He's in a short-term deal. All right, we're gonna make the pick here. We're on the clock, Mike. Number 92 in the third round. This was the pick from the 49ers that we got for Osa Odigizua. I love it. Let's hit on it.
Oh, yeah, Dennis Sutton just got off the board of the Bills, too. Okay. Hit all for me, Joe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to see a couple names here.
There's Eli Stowers. We talked about him for combine watch.
Yep. Malik Muhammad, he's going to be a 30 visit for the Cowboys. Cornerback, Texas, he's there. Daryl Jackson Jr., I like him a lot. Gives you a lot of beef there. We know Christian loves the big behemoths. He would be in play probably.
Yeah. I mean, if you notice, Joe, the safety and corner sizes doesn't matter, but it looks like your defensive line size matters to Christian Parker. So you have to get some big boys up front. If you're going to do a mock draft and you're not drafting big boys up front, you're not listening to what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got Daryl Jackson there. Well, Zane Durant, not the biggest, but he's I would say from these defensive tackles, I would go Darryl Jackson. But do we want to look at linebackers still? And we got Aiden Fisher, Harold Perkins. Kyle Lewis is an interesting one. This guy, he the combine did safety work, safety drill, so he can definitely cover. He's a cover linebacker, and he can play pretty good. Caleb Elams-Orr out of TCU was another good one to consider.
York is way too small to be playing linebacker. He needs to be converted to a running back.
Yeah, and Kendall Daniels he had a bad combine. I didn't like him. Jack Kelly, I like him. They did meet with Owen Heineke at Oklahoma. Betcher, Keyshawn Elliott, love him. Do we want to look at edge, Mike? We got some. Okay, so we got
there's
some
overtone. Yeah.
I like Moore, but I think I like Barham here for edge rusher.
Are you going Michigan player to rush?
This guy can play though. This isn't like a taco. This isn't Taco or Mozzie. Like, yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, some fans will be like, not Michigan again, but you know, if I were to take one, it would be Barham there, Mike. Romello Hyde, I think, has a scheduled 30 visit with the Cowboys as well. He's another older prospect, though. He's kind of like Meza old, right? He's kind of up there. But a lot of good names here in the third. What are you feeling like, Mike? Do you want to go DT, edge, linebacker? Do you want to double dip? I don't think they go cornerback again, though. But you never know.
What's our draft picks again? We got Jeremiah Love. We got
Dylan Thinneman.
Yeah, that's a safety. So you don't think they'll?
They could go. They could go Malik secondary. Right here, bro.
Yeah,
they could go here. You want to go cornerback?
Let's go Malik. Yeah, let's do Malik.
Malik Muhammad. Okay, here we go.
What about the linebackers? I'm telling you, man. Like when I did my first mock draft on Cowboys corner, man, those linebackers were gone. Those linebackers were long gone.
Yeah, no, it definitely thins out, man. There's no doubt about that. Round 4. Here comes our 4th rounder. Okay, we're on the clock, Mike. The 4th round. So far, we got Love, Thinneman.
Let's look at linebackers now. Let's see if your guy's there. That one that was supposed to be doing the. No, he ain't. He's gone. That rumored to be a 30 visit. What the heck was his name?
Are you talking about the edge rusher? Romello Hyde. We still got edge rushers here. We still got good ones. Defensive tackle.
We'll go Barham here.
Yeah, I think that's where we gotta go. Let's get the edge rusher Barham. It brings nastiness to the defense, bro.
Hey, you mean to tell me you got Jeremiah Love, an offensive player at 12, and you're still able to build up your defense? We're doing something right here, Joe.
We are. Let's get rid of McClay. Hire us.
Hey, I'm all for it. The first thing I'd do is take Jason Garrett out of the Sunday night booth and bring him in as a consultant.
Yeah. Look at this. Here comes round 5. We've got 3 5-rounders in here.
Oh, there's Wheatley, the safety. Savage loves Wheatley.
Here we are.
I can't believe he fell that far, though.
We're at 152.
Let's go to all, Joe. Let's go to all.
We got Logan Jones, Malachi Fields, Zane Durant, Nicholas Singleton.
I've heard a lot of good things about Zane Durant.
Yeah. I like Zane Durant, man. I think he's good. He had a really good combine as well. He looked good.
I've heard a
Man.
lot of good things about Zane. That would be my pick.
Let's see who's available at. Let's take a look at defensive tackles.
Have we even got our linebacker yet?
Not yet, but we can take a look and see who's there.
York
Jack Kelly.
is terrible.
Yeah, no, not York, and not Daniels either. That's terrible. But I like Kelly. Barton's interesting to me. Heineke will give you some special teams play as well. Betcher, Keyshawn Elliott. Those are the names that I would consider here in round 5. Because you're talking about round 5. I have a 3rd round grade on Keyshawn Elliott.
Well, draft him. Let's get our linebacker.
People haven't caught up to him yet. Let's take him here. It's 5th round.
Mike Mayock. Whoa, what are the Cowboys doing? I got him listed as an undrafted free agent.
There went Romello Height.
Singleton, the safety out of Nebraska.
We're on the clock.
Rules guy.
177, Mike.
Let's go to all.
We got a running back. Dinneman, Muhammad, Barsham, Elliott. Dude, this defense could be insane, bro. Like this is the draft of drafts, bro.
And we're staying and picking. You know, we're not even doing anything crazy.
Yeah, no, we're staying and picking. It's interesting scenario here. So we're looking at all. Markel Bell's a gigantic lineman, could give you depth. Dalen Everett, I like him. Out of Georgia. Jack Kelly's there.
Let's double dip. Let's get Jack Kelly.
Let's do it. Oh man, I'm liking this. I am really, really liking this. You can come out of this with Jack Kelly, bro. Oh man, that linebacker room is totally upgraded, bro. It went from weak to we might be doing something special here.
And we still got 2 more picks to go.
And we're back on the clock. 180.
Oh wow. Let's go to all. Do I draft Sawyer Robinson? Ain't he tiny? Ain't he short?
He's not that good. I'll just say that. I wouldn't take him.
But ain't he tiny?
Tiny Tim?
Hey, that's a good singer.
Let's take a look at offense. So maybe we need to throw a bone here. Let's see. What do we got left here? We got Markel Bell, offensive tackle.
He's 6'4". What quarterback was short?
Oh, you're talking about Diego Pavia, probably. He was like 5'6".
Oh, probably.
Yeah, he's gonna go undrafted.
What about these tight ends, Joe? You like any of these tight ends?
Tight ends make sense because they need one, and
they gave Preston Font a 2-year deal.
Did they really?
Yeah, they did.
I like Gillen Borg here, 5th round.
Yeah, we talked about him in the Combine Watch.
Yeah, Gillen Borg, I like him. Actually, I like the Michigan one too. What was his name? Klein, Marlon Klein. He's good. Gillen Borg. You got Russell Maryland's son here, R.J. Maryland, SMU. But you can probably get him undrafted. So tight end, Diego Pounds. Emil Wagner would be good out of Notre Dame for depth piece, offensive tackle. Center. Pat Coogan, Brockenmeyer, I think are some names here to consider at center, Mike.
Yeah,
Fifth
we
round.
talked about Brockenmeyer too. Let's draft Brockenmeyer. Let's do
Give
it.
you some depth. Yeah, let's get a depth guy here, man.
We let Brock Hoffman go. That's a good replacement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sawyer Robinson goes to the Seahawks. They're winning Super Bowls.
Sixth
Where's
round.
Felipe Franks? We need Felipe Franks over here.
Felipe Franks, I think, still in the league, isn't he?
He's converted like wide receiver or something, ain't he? I don't think he's a quarterback anymore.
Oh, I think it was tight end. I think they moved him to tight end. Round 7, 218, Mike.
Let's go all.
We're throwing darts. Let's see, who can we throw in the mix?
Vinny Anthony II.
Vinny Anthony II.
Do we ever draft a tight end?
Yeah. No, we didn't.
John Michael
Who's left on
Gillenborg.
mine? Gillenborg, still there. 7th round, Mike.
Yep.
You can go Gillenborg here, Wyoming.
The Wyoming Cowboy. Is that what they call it? The Wyoming Cowboys?
Yeah, Wyoming.
Yep. Man, now you're a Dallas Cowboy.
What a nice mock draft, bro.
That's a very good first mock draft, Joe.
Not bad, man. For the scenario that we had, if Love was there, you take him. We didn't like any of the trades, and we still came out of this with a good haul on defense, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, we double dipped at linebacker, which I think that's a very realistic scenario. You went in at safety, Malik Hooker on a 1-year deal. How do you handle that in the future? You went edge. I think we did good, Joe.
Oh yeah. Let's let this thing finish out.
Mr. Irrelevant, Pride Jr.
Mr. Irrelevant. Here's our live mock, Mike. We stuck at 12 and got Love fell into our lap. Cinnamon at 20. Malik Muhammad 92. Jason Barham. Keyshawn Elliott. Jack Kelly. We double dipped at linebacker. I love that. Give you some depth at center. James Brockenmeyer. And closed it out with John Michael Gillenborg.
And Cowboys are no stranger to the rain when it comes to drafting offensive line late. They've done it the last few years.
No, it's something that they really, and see, now that's what they like to do, right? Instead of quarterbacks, they do like throwing picks at linemen or offensive tackles, like you said, Mike. Like,
yep,
guys with size, length, this sort of thing. So a lot of them don't work out, but I mean, they still, they throw darts at some of these guys. So I like it. Not bad there, Jeremiah. I mean, this was a solid draft, man. Could it play out this way? Sprinkled in some offense. A lot of key additions on defense, Mike. My goodness.
That was legit, bro.
Legit. And we didn't even trade down.
No.
But that was a fun exercise, Mike.
Yeah, I just like how it all played off from the show that we did today. I mean, it's that scenario came in play here.
It did. It could happen. So something, like we said, we want to cover all the blind spots. You know what I mean? Because the draft, it's a weird thing. Sometimes you get leapfrogged. Your guys get wiped out. Some dudes go higher than you think they're going to go. You know what I mean? For a while, we thought Mansour Delane was going to be a guy that was going to fall to us. Now you're seeing him creeping up, getting closer to the top 5 even. So
maybe to the Giants, Joe.
Yeah. So he's moving up, man. A lot of these guys, who's moving down, who's going to be there? I don't know, man. I have a suspicion that I think at 12 they might trade down, man. I just feel like they're gonna be kind of stuck there, like, this is too rich for this guy. We like him, but kind of rich here to take this guy. Let's try to bail and pick up a third or something like this, Mike. I don't know. That's kind of the gut feeling I have at 12 there.
No, it very well could happen, and then, if when you're swapping first, you it will probably be a late third that you're getting. And then if you don't swap a first and they want to just pick in one pick, 20, then you can make it a little bit more rich with the second round pick or something like that. But or maybe even a second and a third if you're not even trying to get back a one. So there's a lot of different scenarios the Cowboys can play with these picks with. But if their guys are gone, I don't want the Cowboys to reach. I really don't. Reaching with these fools would be a disaster. All right. Number one, they already don't know how to draft.
Yeah.
And they show me that in the last 5 years. It's just been black eye after black eye after black eye. I don't want them to reach for any player, Joe. If they have to bail, and we have our chest held high. I wouldn't be mad. I really wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, and we're still gonna get our picks. But you're right. Reaching will get these guys in a disastrous place. Like 12. The name that I've seen guys posting on Twitter, Meza old. Like, really? Oh, that's a forced pick up the ass, bro. I would not do that, bro.
Oh,
I don't even know if I would take Meza old at 20, man.
You'll have these names floating around. When we've been doing the first report 5-6 years now. It's just those names come, Joe. We ignore it and we tell you what it is. All right.
Hey,
Matthew Golden didn't even score a touchdown.
Hey, remember this name? Marvin Wilson, the defensive tackle.
Oh yeah.
We were on top of that, bro. But some people we won't name names. Oh, first or second round. Dude, fell like a freaking mobster fishing, swimming with the fishes, bro. He sunk. That happens every year. Who will it be this year, Mike? Who's gonna fall? Who's gonna have that free fall? You think?
If I'm going, it could be Reuben Bain. With the arm length, how do they view him like that in the National Football League? He could be a free fall to me. We just talked about him, Makai Lemon. That interview, or is he really going to fall? Could he possibly be there at 20 for the Cowboys? That could possibly be a real scenario, right? Didn't we draft CeeDee Lamb at 22? So it could just be one of those things that fall into place. Caleb Downs with all his measurables and stuff, could he completely fall down?
That's one to watch. I feel like he's going to have that. I think that's a name to watch, Caleb Downs. And how crazy would the fan base go if he's there at 20, right? Like, oh, he's gonna fall into our laps, and then they pass on him at 20.
But easy, and I don't. To me, I think the only thing they're dead set on size is the D line. I mean, I think PJ Proctor's 5'10". Kobe Durant is like 5'11", 5'10", something like that. I don't think the size matters to Christian Parker in a sense of what's up front. I really don't.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what if how this shapes up, man. Is it going to be Parker versus Will McBust? Man, I sure hope Parker is able to really, flex his Super Bowl ring in that draft room and be like, hey, I've got one of these. You don't have shit. So listen to me.
Let me ask you this for Brian Schottenheimer, Joe.
Yeah.
Do you think the Cowboys are going to give him the stick as big as the one that they gave Jason Garrett, or do you think he has to earn that?
I think he's going to have more influence this year than he did last year. Last year, we said it. He was just sitting there letting Will McClay and these dudes make the picks. Didn't have much input, it looked like. Right. This year, I mean, they let him go and pretty much, take lead on the DC search. So I mean that's a good sign in itself. So I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping that he has his voice in that room and can override McBust.
Yeah, and I think with some leadership, right, and we're going to be able to see if Christian Parker really has an eye for talent, right. We're going to be able to see a lot here in less than in a month and a half of what Christian Parker can really do when it comes to scouting talent. Who's going to get the credit? Obviously, Jerry will, but we're going to get an idea, Joe, and we're going to know. We're not oblivious to this. We know what moves are what moves. So we've seen Will McClay since 2014. We've seen Jerry Jones since '89.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We haven't seen Christian Parker yet. We really haven't seen Schottenheimer either. So we'll know if those trends change.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. For sure, man. But great show, man. Great show, dude. I think we did a really good job looking at the possible scenarios, keeping you guys informed for the blind spots, some of the names to keep an eye on there at 12 and at 20, offensively, hypothetically, obviously. Pound that like button if you haven't already, guys. If you're watching this now or on the replay, hit that like button right now if you don't mind. Helps out the channel. Mike, let everybody know where they can find you if they haven't already, my dude.
Hey, Cowboys Corner right here on YouTube. I dropped a mock draft last Friday. Another mock draft is dropping this Friday. Subscribe, guys. The channel actually got a good traction over the last week and a half of subscribers coming in, so I appreciate all you guys. Hit like, hit subscribe on Joe's channel, on my channel. Hit the notification bell on both our channels so you don't miss a live. Because Saturday Night Antics, Talking Crazy, the Frisco Report, all in one, baby, right here on the best to ever do it.
That's right, Mike. Appreciate that, bro. That's all we have tonight, guys. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us this Wednesday night, hump day. Peace out, everybody.